what's up, everybody, and welcome back to Knockout Argument, the show where we try to make our case in one shot. I'm Chris.
And I'm also Chris. I was having some seat malfunction issues, but yeah, I am Chris as well. And thank you for joining us. As always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop brand new content. What are we watching today?
Man, I could not wait for you to ask. Today we are revisiting an old favorite of mine. We are going back to Smallville.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I was saying, when you said an old favorite, I know it could be a handful of things. It could be Spartacus. It could be what's the one?
Dexter.
Dexter. That's the one. Walking Dead. Yeah, it was going to be one of the three, or Smallville.
Yeah, and Smallville is it this time. This is a show that I got into. You know me. I am a huge Superman fan. I love Superman. I love the character.
Yeah, but you are Small Van stands. You guys are ravenous, bro. Like Smallville fans are like that's what I did. I combined both words. Small Vans.
We were with you.
Smallville fans are like, you guys. It's like gospel to you guys. Like, you can't say anything bad about this show.
It's really hard to find. Like, look, this show had some corniness because it was on the CW. And so it fits in the neighborhood. There's no denying that. Because it kind of leans into teen drama. It had some moments like along those lines. So it's really hard to disagree with anybody who criticizes it in that way. But overall, this show had some of the best iterations of all of the characters of the Superman mythos.
You've mentioned that.
The Superman here looks great as Superman in the way that Henry Cavill probably is the best looking screen Superman we've had.
And I agree with you there.
But Henry Cavill cannot pull off anything Clark Kent. He just can't. He's massive. They're bullying him in that bar, and the guy is looking up at Superman to bully him. There's no way. Mild-mannered does not describe Henry Cavill, but Tom Welling in Smallville is really, really good at portraying that side of Clark Kent. Not the nerdy Christopher Reeve side. He does the good earnest farm boy from Kansas. He does that really well.
The Steve Rogers.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you can buy him as someone that other people may not consider as a possibility for being Superman.
I did not watch Smallville, but in a couple of scenes that I've seen him in, I will say I agree with you. He does seem to have that believability about him being Clark Kent. He has something about his face. He does have that look about him.
He's got a softness in his eyes that makes him look. It lends itself really well to like the innocent, naive kind of side.
But he doesn't look
Clark
like a
Kent.
punk either, though.
No, not at all. And that's okay for a Clark Kent.
And I think it's also because, and we've talked about this, I think it's because he's pretty tall. He's one of the taller Supermen that I've seen.
Yeah, he's a big guy, but they do a good job with him as Clark Kent. And in this scene, Clark is meeting up with Lex Luthor, and that's where my argument's coming from today. Although I love Tom Welling's Clark Kent, really my argument today is that Smallville has the best Lex Luthor hands down.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Kind of brought that out of left field.
This one is played by Michael Rosenbaum.
That is funny. We talked a whole lot about Superman. You don't even give a shit about Superman.
Took the opportunity.
Yeah, okay.
I just wanted to talk about Superman, but listen, Michael Rosenbaum here as Lex Luthor is excellent. In this version of the Superman story, they are essentially growing up together in Clark's mid to late teens, and Lex's, I think, early 20s or late teens. And I really think that this Lex Luthor is absolutely the best that you will see on film, or on screen.
I've actually seen that on lists. Not just you. You said that. You've told this to me before, but I've actually seen other people make this similar argument that this is probably the best iteration of Lex. Me personally, again, I don't watch the show, so for me, my Lex is Gene Hackman.
Whoa, Gene Hackman. That's
even
the
though
competition?
that's probably a terrible Lex for real.
Well, he doesn't have very much competition. What's it going to be, Jesse Eisenberg? Or?
I didn't hate Jesse Eisenberg as Lex, but see,
by yourself.
I didn't hate Batman vs Superman. We already know this, you know what I mean? But I guess for nostalgia's sake, because I grew up on the Christopher Reeve Superman. That's my frame of reference is Gene Hackman.
I get that. Now, you're going to watch this and you're going to change your mind on who your Lex is. The only thing you would need to know going into this scene is that Lionel Luthor, Lex Luthor's father, has just died. Lionel Luthor. He fell out of a window in his office window in his skyscraper.
Really?
All right.
And it wasn't reinforced?
Not at that time, not this one. And Clark had just recently, to some degree, befriended Lionel. Because I think they both believed that Lex was up to things that they couldn't trust. So
Lex's own dad was plotting with Superman against Lex. That's hardcore.
You don't end up with Lex Luthor from a nice, healthy family dynamic.
I mean, that's really, really hardcore, bro. I mean, that's like
it gets worse.
That's like Gladiator. That's like what was the Marcus Aurelius plotting with Maximus? He's like, yeah, my son is a piece of shit. Commodus is not a moral man. I think that's what he says.
Yeah, and this goes along those lines.
Conversation. Wow, that's hardcore.
But we're not going to see that part of the conversation. We're going to see the aftermath. So, you ready to go into it?
I am.
All right, man. Let's do this.
My father just died. You're already breaking and entering? Lionel would never take his own life.
I thought you'd at least try to offer some words of comfort. Get out.
I'm not going anywhere.
I was gonna say he told him all soft, like, get out. Like, bro, that wouldn't even work if he wasn't Superman. Get out, Clark.
I'm grieving, Clark. I think you know what it's like to lose a father.
Don't bring my father into this.
Why not? Our fathers
Oh, he
were a
dies
lot
in this
alike.
version too.
Smart.
In the comic books, he doesn't die,
strong-willed,
right?
and both died prematurely.
No, I don't.
That's
believe
only
so.
a movie thing, or now a movie and a TV show thing, a theatrical
You're right,
thing.
Lex. Lionel did die too soon. I want to know the truth about how he died.
The truth is,
Isn't it his
Our
father
dads
that
were
guides
alike
him
in
back
another
after he
way.
dies in the death of Superman?
He brings him back from the dead.
see, they both felt that you were the kind of son a father could be proud of.
They would have felt the same way about you, Lex. If you would have
If you weren't
tried.
an asshole,
I did try, Clark. In fact, when we first met, you inspired me. All I wanted was to be your friend, but you turned your back on me.
I tried to be your friend, Lex.
see how it
But all you
goes out
care
every
about is
time
power
you give
and
dialogue,
control.
or
This
whenever
is
he's not giving
Smallville.
dialogue.
Meteor freaks, alien ships, cryptic symbols.
Smallville's like Area 51, or what is it, Roswell?
Someone has to protect the world.
I guess it would be.
Yeah, all the meteors fell there.
Oh, so didn't you tell me at one point like that's where all the metahumans are from?
Yeah,
Is from
yeah.
Smallville or the vicinity? Didn't you also say that it's killing people? It's like giving
Some
them
people.
cancer.
Yeah, some people.
After years of pleading with my father to show me some compassion, he turned to you with open arms. Now, what would a worldly billionaire have in common with a simple farm boy?
Maybe he just.
What you
knew
say
he
this
could
guy's
trust
name
me.
was? Michael Rosenbaum? Is that it? He is acting his ass off. I'll give you that.
Everyone can trust Clark Kent. You're the perfect son. So why did Jonathan Kent always seem so stressed? I mean, was raising the perfect son really that much work?
And I'll say again, Tom Welling
wonder
does
how
have
much
like
of a
that
strain it put on his
Superman
heart.
type of look. That
Are
Boy
you
Scout.
blaming me for my
But
father's
again,
death?
not a punk.
Are you? You're the guilty one, Lex, not me. And this time you're gonna own up to what you've done. I know you killed Lionel.
He killed his own dad.
Who's delusional now?
I have proof.
What do they call that? Patricide?
Oh, good, yeah.
do it cold blooded? Like, he's not having any remorse over it? Was it
Pushed
kind
him
of
out
like
the window.
Oh, he was the one who pushed him out the window.
Yeah.
Did he? So it was kind of like a power grab thing. Like, I'm ready to take over, and you're the.
If I recall correctly, either way, it was for him to take over the company. And I think to some degree, if I remember correctly, there was. Well, he indicates that there's some jealousy because of his relationship with Clark. And both of Clark's father figures.
He really was like Commodus.
What's that?
He really was like Commodus.
Yeah.
From Gladiator.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, when you started talking about that, I was like, oh, just wait. Yeah, boy. Somebody save me. Don't know.
Yeah, please save me.
Yeah, I don't know all of the words, but I'm going to return to that save me line real soon, man.
Please,
That was
please
Smallville,
don't.
baby.
Please don't.
Yeah, man. Let's roll right into your good news.
Smallville. Again, I'll state it again. I don't watch Smallville. You have told me about Smallville multiple times. We've talked about the show multiple times, so I'm familiar with it from other people's experience with it. I already know what to expect. I do agree that Tom Welling is a good Superman, but that's not the argument, is it? It's this Lex Luthor. I don't know. The guy Michael Rosenbaum, right? He's a pretty strong actor. He was acting his ass off. I gotta tell you that. And what's funny is, I was just joking when I made that Commodus joke. Commodus?
Commodore?
No, it's not Commodus.
Commodus.
Yeah, I was joking when I made that joke, or when I said that. But it turns out that was kind of right on the money. Like, he has a lot of qualities that's like Commodus. Only I feel like Lex is a little bit more capable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is not the same impotent son that they showed in that movie.
Right.
This guy, he is the bigger monster.
Right. I know that he has a next level intelligence. But that's basically the main thing that I've noticed with this guy. He does have the look, the bald head.
Very bald.
Very bald. And what's funny is I can identify, because, like, yeah, you look like a pretty young guy with a bald head, where it's like us bald guys, we all make a decision at a certain point where it's like, okay, am I just gonna shave it all off?
Well, for him, it wasn't much of a decision. It was actually much more tragic than that.
Is that right?
Yes, his father was. They had a property in Smallville, to where they took the family home from across the pond, brick by brick, and put it in Smallville.
Okay.
And they were there when a meteor shower occurred, and one of these meteors landed near a young, red-headed Lex Luthor.
Is that right? And he even had the red hair.
Yeah, and his dad came looking for him and found him in essentially a crater, or next to a crater, and there were just tufts of red hair all over the place.
So he got radiation poisoning.
Yeah, something along those lines. So even from his first day, Clark was messing up his life.
Yeah,
from day one.
I gotta tell you, every time, and I'm not joking. Every time you tell me something about this show, I'm really impressed by how it seems like the writers had a great care with how they dealt with these characters. Like, I didn't know the things about, like, the metahumans being around Smallville because of this meteor shower, and that people were also getting sick by it. Like, these are compelling, interesting story beats to this show. Unfortunately, it's not a show that I'll ever revisit, because it's just too many episodes.
Yeah,
it's too dated.
I think 23 episodes per season with 8 seasons.
Too
I
dated.
believe.
And in today's day and age, when there's everything, so much content is available to you, I just don't see myself revisiting or not. For me, it would just be watching it in general. But I gotta tell you again, everything that you tell me about this show, from your experience with the show, I'm impressed with it. I'm like, wow, like, they really built up not just the characters but the world here.
Yeah, there is,
which is why you guys were so loyal to the show.
Right? Yeah, they really took their
meaning
care
you
with
people.
this.
You know who you people are.
What do you mean, you people?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do you have any bad news to bring for this one?
Only, again, it's funny. This is how you know when you made a good argument, because the only thing I can say is outside of that, I mean, again, my experience with Lex Luthor is Gene Hackman, and so, like, to me, that'll always be the Gene Hackman that I know and love. And again, just what I guess kind of what I just said is that, unfortunately, I'll never have that experience of seeing how good of a Lex Luthor this guy is, because just too many episodes for this show. And there's like, what is it, like 15 seasons for this show?
No, I think it's 8.
It's 8
but
still.
it's 23 episodes
Still, that's
per
100
seasons.
over 160 episodes.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's 178. Is that what that is?
I think
don't
that's what
know.
it comes to. Yeah. Good math. Yeah, about that. Yeah, 178. I think. Yeah, you're right.
Maybe.
I think. Yeah, or you're close. You're close. Yeah.
We'll
We'll
go with
figure
that.
it out. We'll figure it out. It's close as it's close.
This is
like-
not a math YouTube show.
Yeah.
Nobody claimed.
You
I
didn't
did
come
not
here.
argue
You
that
didn't come
I
here
was
for
a good
math.
mathematician.
Right.
I came here to get my win. So here,
Well, that's a nice
Let's
transition. So that being said,
what's it gonna be?
I will have to say, even though I don't watch this show, I think this was a strong argument. It was a powerful argument. Again, Michael Rosenbaum, he acted his ass off. He definitely has that Lex Luthor type of look. He has that Lex Luthor type of scowl. He has that Lex Luthor type of ego and anger. And I felt that. So I felt like this was a strong argument.
Yes.
Good argument. Very very uncommon.
Little by
of you.
little, I'm redeeming this season.
Very uncommon.
One
of you.
episode at a time. One win at a time. Yes, sir. Now this is exciting. Let us know if I got it right. I know I got it right. I brought the right argument. He got it right in agreeing. Where the world is at peace now.
Yeah.
Everything is right with the world now.
Yeah, you just glad you're starting to get some wins. I think I'm gonna have to start coming harder. Well, again, I bring good arguments, so we'll see.
Low hanging fruit. You
Yeah.
bring low hanging fruit.
Okay.
Everybody loves this.
Well, let us know in the comments if you agree with him. I think that's a BS argument, but that's okay. That's okay. Let us know in the comments what you thought, and then also what is
Stink bug. For real. I can smell it. Is it on me?
You just a stink bug Ghostbuster. But
It's 6 of them already today. This is craziness.
But as always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel as always, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop brand new content. We're doing 3 of these a week, so please do check in often to see what we got for you. Until next time,
Peace.
peace.
This is no joke, man.
I be hearing them when they land because they're not